In the beginning, about 10 years ago, evangelical Christians with deep pockets created a nonprofit company that would buy and renovate an old building and give it new life, dedicated to revering and teaching about the Bible. The result, after raising and spending $500 million, is a highly interactive museum of the Bible, not far from Congress and the White House, but vowing to stay out of politics and not trying to convert anyone to Christianity, celebrating the good book, also showing through archaeology, some borrowed from Israel, that most of the stories and characters were real.
We're adding to the history of the Bible. It's not just, this is a working museum as well as an entertaining and a learning museum.
Anyone who thinks there's some political controversy or evangelical Christians have come to be close to Congress or lobby, what's your answer?
Nonsense. That's my answer. It's not in anybody's thinking in any way. It's just coincidental that we ended up here. But I'm happy we are here. I'm proud of our nation's capital. I'm proud of our government for the most part.
That's Tony Zeiss, in charge of running this new institution, more than 400,000 square feet, around 40,000 square meters. Admission tickets are free, though donations are suggested. And some perhaps troubling questions are arising. Will Jewish families be comfortable visiting what's mostly the New Testament, the life and teachings of Jesus? The Old Testament does have its own archway here.
Those two stories are told separately. There is the Hebrew text that is told in a 45-minute walkthrough. We'll let them look at just the Hebrew text if they so choose.
That's Steve Green, chairman of the museum. His wealth is from the craft store chain Hobby Lobby, where he's president, son of the founder, and clearly a supporter of very conservative politics. When asked if the Muslim religion is represented here, basically, no.
Some of the characters in the Quran, Abraham, Jesus, are mentioned, but it's not about the Quran, it's more about the Bible.
We couldn't go to every religion and pick whatever their particular foundation documents come from. We had to just, the Bible's big enough.
Another controversy, ancient artifacts from the Middle East purchased by Hobby Lobby. Many have been confiscated by governments. No permission to export them, and some dealers may have stolen them.
Early on, as we were acquiring, made some mistakes. We have we have gotten some of the best experts we could to advise us on that. We are standing to the museum standards, applying the best museum standards that any other museum would have, and we're going to have a lot of great items on display.
The creators of the museum are trying to evoke the feeling of being in Israel, ancient Israel, at the time of Jesus. Of course, you can still visit these places, including the Sea of Galilee. In fact, the Israeli tourism industry is hoping that many Americans will see this and then want to see the real thing.
Everything is connected to the land of Israel. Everything is derived from our country. Everything is derived from our beliefs. And I think that when you see it and you see the richness and the possibilities, and you think to yourself, wow, I need to really feel and live at least once in my lifetime this unbelievable experience.
That's Tourism Minister Yariv Levin, part of the enthusiastic Israeli government participation in the opening ceremonies at the Bible Museum Friday. Israel's ambassador to the U.S., Ron Dermer.
The stronger the American people's identification with the Bible, the stronger their relationship will be with the land of the Bible. So if there's a museum that day after day will make the relationship between Israel and the United States stronger, it's right here, right in the Bible Museum.
Dan Raviv, I-24 News, Washington.